because it is really nicely modelled. A little bit like X-Plane, you've got to have a little bit of anti-torquing the whole way, but you know, you want to do a few little pirouettes down the runway. No problems at all. If you want to go and hoon around in the trees. But one of the things I mentioned to the developer, which they're going to look at, just like that, is at slow speed you get too much side slip when you roll the aircraft. You should get more turn and less sideways. So they're going to look at that. I think we're getting a bit too much reflection on the screen. So at the minute, with this flight model, you need to use quite a lot of coordinated yaw to get the aircraft to do what you want. But it will. It flies really nice. If we get a bit of speed up, let's throw in a torque turn. See there, the roll isn't doing very much, you need a little bit of yaw. Let's just throw this up. There's a torque turn for you. I tell you what, the developers at Microsoft are going to be peeved, because I don't know how many people they've got working on helicopters, if anybody. But they've been beaten to it, because this thing is really nice. Now there is where you get the issue of the aircraft wanting to go sideways and not turn. So you've got to kind of help it round a little bit. We'll bring it back to a hover. And again there you need a little bit of yaw. It's not turning with the roll, but it does slow down quite nice, and it does hover really nice. And landings are quite straightforward. A little bit. Where did you unzip it to? What I do with all of the add-ons is I unzip it to a separate folder, and then I move the unzipped folder into the community folder. I don't know if that makes any difference, it probably doesn't. That's how I tend to do it. And when I get to the bottom, I can hand my license to the CAA and they'll happily tear it up for me. Now it gets tricky because there's no horizon reference. We'll have to look up a little bit. I don't know where the collision is, whether the football field actually has collision or we're going to sink through it. We'll find out. Keep it above 30 knots. I know you haven't got vortex ring in, but we'll pretend it's there anyway. Westminster Cathedral. So you can't get this close in any of the aeroplanes. We can really get in and see what they've been doing. It's where the MPs are supposed to work, but they're all working from home. That's somebody with a Spitfire. It is somebody with a Spitfire model. Sorry, I was looking at the guy in the plane. That's somebody else with a Spitfire. Because I've got the Spitfire model, we can see it. If we check out one of these boat models. Yes, I'd like a gin and tonic and a cabin for 2. Now let's push the boat out. Let's have a cabin for 3. Right, well let's head over to Buck Palace. Oops. That there, where that green bit is, that's Black Rod's suite. Fair enough. See, it's got the flagpole. You can see the flagpole at the top, and when the Queen is in residence, her flag will fly from the mast, and it's not. So we're going to assume she's not there. So let's head back down the mall. This may or may not end badly. Oh, that's quite cool. You can actually see like reflections of office furniture and stuff in the window. Anybody else getting dizzy? So this castle is the post-Roman, I think post-Roman centre of London. Excuse me, do you keep the crown jewels here? Do they have a landing area? Oh, there it is. There's our landing area. Oh, look at that! They've even got details on the door there. Do they keep the crown jewels there? I'm not sure if any of my YouTube videos have me landing here. I've got a couple of older ones from when we had the 120. They've done a nice job with this though. Stadium. I landed in Wembley Stadium. We've done all the landmarks along the river. We just landed inside the Olympic Stadium, and now we're landing back at. Oh, a bit slow. We're landing at Lippets Hill. We did that earlier. All the landmarks.